Well, look at that. What's going on, guys? Welcome to the show. 7:33 p.m. on the East Coast. Prophets TV coming to you live with another episode of Learning Godot, Day 5, Crest of the Moon. Hope you guys are doing good. Let's do a quick sound check. Hope you guys are doing good. Sound check's good. Let's do a sound check. Sound check's good. Sound check's good. Check one. All right, welcome, guys. So where we left off last time, before my brain was melted with several people helping out in the chat here, we actually did a lot of or started these early stages of the data or game manager, which was kind of pretty intense. I learned a lot. I still have a lot of things to learn, and I'm kind of stuck in one spot. So I'm going to probably be doing some research tonight. I'll probably be doing a little bit of graphics as well. I want to add a bag to the main scene here. I want to add like a bag icon or something on the bottom. And when they click on it, they'll be able to open their inventory. You remember last night too? I think it was the day before. I forget what day it is now, but we added these placeholders over here. Let the adventures begin. Game dev learning Godot day 5 and software development. That's cool. Bot's working over there. Awesome. So we added a panel over here that we can control everything in the slot from just modifying that, and it modifies it directly, kind of like what we did with the classes. So that's cool. We did a lot of behind the scenes last time as well. So if I go to the scripts, you notice that we have currently we did the buttons. I'm trying to figure out the buttons at the moment. I couldn't figure out since we made them editable children. In this part was a new game. I couldn't figure out how to actually trigger on these to know which data to send for the class. So I need to figure that out. That's one of them. Friggin' golden morning. What's going on? Welcome. Good day. Good day. What's up? What's up? Kind of recap it in my head where I left off. I was brain mush the other day when I was streaming. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out now a way when I added these buttons over here on this menu, since we added them as in editable children. That's an interesting word, editable children. All of these buttons are the same. So I'm trying to figure out now, how do I distinguish between which class they pick? So when we do the back-end code behind this, I know which class to send into the game manager, which doesn't seem to be. So I tried a whole bunch of stuff. None of it works so far. I thought maybe I could go to the button class and then or the panel, and because the panel actually has the name of each of them, I thought we could be able to do it that way, but couldn't figure that out yet. Yeah, you were sleepy. Yeah, I wasn't even. My brain was just shutting down after 6 hours of intense trying to learn stuff. It's like you go to a course and you sit there for 6 hours and you're trying to learn. Your brain can only take so much before you just got to throw in the towel. You can add a capital letter. Yep, turns to put in. You can add in a capital letter in the description to isolate each one. I'm not sure what you're asking, what you're talking about here. This was saying, where's the I did a whole bunch of shit with these buttons, so I'm surprised. I'm saying, can you? Now, because we made it the way that we made these panels. Let me get to that scene here. Scenes, panel class. The way that we made the class, if I go to the visual, it's just one. And we're making it duplicated off of this class. So I'm trying to, now that I'm using the class, which allows me to kind of replicate this without recreating it. So if I ever needed to design something, let's say I wanted to add an image, which eventually I might need to change something, I can just do it here and it would change it globally across the other ones. But I can't figure out now, if I go to this page, there's nothing. The only thing that was really different is we named the I thought we did name the buttons. I thought we did name them before. I probably screwed it up. I tried it like 100 different ways. I thought maybe because of the panels you see over here on the, you can see that, right? Can you see the screen okay? Hopefully the sound's good. I named the panels different. Yeah, okay, cool. Fighter, wizard. So I thought maybe I could call by the panel and then the panel's button and then distinguish that. Oh, if they're in the fighter panel, then they have to click the fighter button because they're associated with each other. But I couldn't figure out how the fuck to do that. I was like, what the hell's going on? That's one thing, like when you change, I learned a lot the other day, but when you change, if I can't, I need to make sure that I understand it because if I'm going to have to support this code moving forward. So if I don't understand it, I have to back a little bit up and make sure I understand it so I can make changes to it if I need to. So I got kind of lost on this one. You're way past any knowledge I might have. All right, so that's one thing. And I wish I could figure out how to make that different. I was even looking for custom ways to be able to name this uniquely. That's not the case. And the button, because I right clicked and made them all editable children of the panel, they're all kind of the same. So I'm like, how the hell do I make like a property or something on this thing that I can make different, you know? Copy node, make scene. Has to be a way to do it. Let's go back into the script. So this is where, so the thing is, this is like one script here. So when they click on this, when they click on the button, on button class, it could be all of these buttons fire the same way. And I don't want that. I kind of want to distinguish now between the classes, but I couldn't figure out. I was trying all different ways. I'm like, okay, if I name the, if I identify by the panel, which is panel class, what can I do with that to pull a custom property? I can't just call the button because all the buttons are named the same right now. I can't, and I can't rename the buttons. Oh, maybe I can. Can I rename the button? No. I can't rename it up here. Freaking mystery. I'm sure it's so stupid. It's so simple, but I don't understand that part. So I'm just going to skip that part for now. How about if you separate the button class like line 19 and 22, then repeat the line 19 and put line 25. 19, 22. Yeah, that's what I was trying to do. But the how you associate that is from this page. If I go back to here, you go to nodes. I even put like when the mouse enters this square is when I do the help text to kind of say, okay, this is a fighter. And then this is a wizard, cleric, thief. I think that was last working. I think I broke a lot of shit because I was trying to do a whole bunch of stuff. Yeah, that's not even working now. Remember I had like mouse over, so I'm like, okay, when it enters this, it spit out a little blurb here for every class, but that's not working now either. See, everything I click on the over to the left there is designated as the fighter only. Yo, Captain. The adventure continues. Just the person I was waiting for, because I kind of screwed up something, and I don't understand it to be able to fix it. So this is what if you're ready, just got myself a coffee. Me too. Look at this. My son bought me this one now. 32 ounce black ice coffee. Yeah. This is what I'm trying to do. Right, but I'm thinking since all of the lines that say the class are under one heading line, yeah, you're right fundamentally, and I think that's what the issue is. I'm just trying to figure out how do I Now make that not the issue. Definition of developer: turn coffee into code. That's right. That is right. Gotcha. If I did it like I do it like long form because I'm trying to learn like new ways to at the same time like optimize things. I got to make sure that my mind's keeping up with what I'm doing so I understand it so I can carry those principles over. If I ever needed to do the same thing, I can replicate it. So I might even take notes tonight just on what's going on or put inline notes. It's probably better. Uh, but Captain, this is what I'm facing here. If you remember, if you're ready, let me know if you're ready for my question. If not, then I can go do some graphic stuff. I was going to do some, I need to do a bag graphic tonight too. Go ahead. Okay. This is we did the panel class. Well, the panel class was there and we kind of did some behind the scenes stuff to, so this replica. So if I go to this main page, sorry, right here, remember we did the panels and we right clicked on the panel and we did editable children. And I did that for each panel. So I named, it used to be called panel underscore class 1 underscore class 2 underscore class 3. I named them and hopefully that didn't break it, but I named them underscore fighter. I named them underscore what the class is, right? And then I clicked on each of these, right click editable children. I right clicked on the cleric, editable children. So you can see the buttons here, which is I click on them, they show the right button associated with the right panel. What I'm trying to do now is if we go to the code behind the scenes, I mean, don't look at this code because that was me trying to figure it out. But this code that I have highlighted here, we were sending in, how come my control K don't work? Oops. Okay, I'm just on it. So we were sending in to the game manager, which we made the other day, which is awesome, the class based upon, I want it to be the button that they click, but I can't figure out a way to tell from the panel because the button class seems to be the same button associated with all of them. So that's where my disconnect is. Once I figure that out, you can see I was trying to do some logic here with, I was trying to call the panel and then I was trying a whole bunch of shit underneath panel to get the focus click. I was trying to get the name of the button class. I couldn't figure it out. So this is where I left off. How do I detect the other buttons? Let's remake the panel class, okay? All right. I'm ready. Here's the panel class. I have some stuff in it. Visually, it looks like this. I have a panel and I have a button. Or if you want me to recreate it like fresh, I could delete this and click on the button and make it root of the scene. Click on the button and make it root of the scene. How the hell? You mean drag it to the panel so it's on the same level? Right click. Take notes. Friggin' cold. Take notes. Reparent. Make scene root. Okay, so that kind of just toggles the now to. So the panel's underneath the button now though. Yep. Okay. Yeah, I'm on it. All right, I got that. I got that. It makes the node you selected the root of the scene, right? Now, couldn't I just drag that? Is it the same thing if I dragged it above the button? Like if the button was below, if I dragged it above the panel class, is that the same thing? Can't drag it to the root? Okay. Only nodes to be children of the root. Okay. So we swapped it. So now button class. So what was the purpose of doing that? And node. Class is in session. Sensei Captain Fubar presiding. We did this change so the mouse can click anywhere on the button and you have access to the signals if you instantiate. Okay. Yeah, so yeah, it's anywhere. So it kind of just puts it temporarily fully in focus, right? The button will have the size of the panel. So I don't want the so let me make sure, because I actually have on the visual side of this, just so you know where I'm going. I don't want the person to come in here and then this whole thing becomes a button, because what I do is when your mouse enters any of these panels, I'm showing help text. I want them to specifically click on this button or label whatever it is to be able to tell what that class is that they select. But I still want to have my hover in, hover out text for each one of these, just so you know where I want to go with that. Nope. I only want them to click on the button, not the bottom. Reverse what I did. Okay, right click, go to make scene root. Okay. Select the panel and make it root. Yep. Look at, I'm getting a thumbs up already. You learn fast. Yep, I'm getting a thumbs up. I got a pretty good memory. It's just I think you crushed my brain waves the other day when we went 6 hours deep into the instruction, but I learned a hell of a lot. Learned a hell of a lot. So keep shoveling it my way. Okay, forget about this scene for now. Okay. Go back to here. Boom, boom. Have you connected the button signals? I have, but the question, you can see I put the connections there, but they all seem to be going to the same one. Yeah, like if let me show you what I did. So I click underneath nodes. So on pressed, it's going to this on button pressed. If I click down to this button, no matter what I do, it's associating to the same one. So when I go into the button script, all of them are coming underneath here. And I couldn't, it's not like I have a button specifically for fighter. I have a button for wizard. I can't understand what's happening. Or I don't understand what's happening. Yeah, I couldn't, since I made them editable children, it seems like I can't break the differences to make them unique. Disconnect the wizard button. Okay. Done. Connect it again, right? So I click here. You're watching. On pressed. Yep. I'm doing like that. Do I go to the top or do I just keep it like that? I think initially the first one, we did it all the way at the top. We did it on new game instead of down here. Oh, I can rename this? Oh, it's that simple? On button class. Don't tell me it's that simple. So where the hell did that? It's at the bottom. So that was it. On button. Now, see how it, okay, it's here now. That's it. How do I like you notice all these things I have here? Is it easier to I screwed with these buttons and panels so many times? Is it Should I just strip them down and recreate the whole thing? I don't want to lose these functions though with the hover over. So I have the unique names. Okay, let's do it again. So can I delete all these panels? Not the panels, but the buttons. I think I only need to delete these buttons. I want to keep the class. I want to keep the image. Tooltip is a control node feature. You don't need code for it. Okay. Disconnect and reconnect. Okay, so I'm going to go to on pressed, right click, disconnect. I'm underneath the panel class for the wizard. I'm on the editable child called button underscore class. I'm going to add it to pressed. Double click. It pops up this script. And you're saying at the bottom, just change this to be whatever I want to call it, right? But I'm staying in the panel. Change the name and select the main script. So I can go like that. And when you say select the main script, is that up here underneath new? Right. Is that correct? Okay. Connect. And it brings me back up to here. So it's almost like it didn't. Yeah, I see this. So you're saying I can just replicate this down here then? If this is a fighter, I could pass in wizard. That looks wrong. This is the main one. That's what I mean. Something screwed up. Should we just recreate, delete these functions and recreate them? Let me get this commented out. This was all me trying to mess around with stuff, so I'm just going to delete that. This is what we had last time, which was just picking up fighter, because remember we just did one thing. Remove the button method. This right here. You want me to delete this? Yeah, the copper, I keep it pretty rare because I'm going to probably eventually use it for like giveaways and stuff. So you're only going to earn 1 copper per hour if you're active. If you act inactivity is 10 minutes. So your copper is going to be pretty good. But I just added that. Go back to the connection, time edit on panel wizard 28. Okay. Oh, that's mouse entered. That's the wrong one. This doesn't even make sense because we changed it on pressed. No, I didn't. Here's the old code. This was my code that I was trying to figure out the classes. So this isn't any code. This code, these game managers, was what we had for the fighter class. This is what we just added, but this was like mouse entered. That's not what we want. Let me redo it again. Hold on. Yep. All right, let's start with the fighter class. I'm going to just comment these lines out just to have those there. I'm going to delete this function. I want to see it all fresh. I want to see it actually put the button thing back in. All right, so I'm on fighter. I'm over on the nodes, on the signals. I'm going to disconnect, and I'm going to reconnect on pressed. It's there. I'm going to call this. That's what I was doing wrong. I was adding the frickin'. I wasn't renaming the method. Fighter pressed, right? And I'm going to go to the top. I'm going to click this, which is our new script. And hitting connect. Oh, see how it changed it again? Maybe because I have to do it. I have to click the script first and then rename the method. Because that just defaulted back. So I'm going to hit connect. There it is. That's what I expect. Looks like a bug. It could be. This is what I want to take now. So now from here, I'm just adding in these managers. When that button's pressed, I'm going to send in the game manager or the fighter and bring it to new stats. Pass in the code, man. All right. So now that was the only thing that I was running into that was really an issue was that one thing. So now, right. So what are all these other things up here? Like this node, this percentage, the unique name. Or actually, I don't really need this stuff up here, do I? We didn't have it before, but I was trying every single way to use it. So I was copying in a whole bunch of shit. All right. So if I delete that, can I disconnect, revoke unique name? I don't need that. I don't need that. I just want to get off of, I want to make these things as clean as possible without any extra bloat. I actually don't even need the, okay, yeah, I need the script. All right, so let's go to the second button. I'm on the wizard class. I'm going to disconnect it. I'm going to connect it. I want to make sure it's there. I'm not going to rename the method because remember, I'm going to show you that that's probably a bug. If I do ASDF, notice when I click on the top script, it resets that. So that's something to keep in mind. I'm going to name this wizard. I'm going to do connect, and then it does the same thing. Cool. And I can do this. I can type this in. All right. Dude, you don't know. After we got off, my brain was already melted. I spent another hour trying to figure out what we just did in like 3 minutes. But anyway, I'm glad that I understand that now. So that's kind of cool. So, all right, I'm going on to the cleric now. All right, this is easy street now. This is freaking easy street. Now I feel pretty again, you know? Feel freaking pretty again. Cleric, come back over here. We'll disconnect this. We'll press it again. We'll scroll up, click that, call this cleric. Done. Oh, that was already cleric. Oh, I see that. I almost fucked up. Almost fucked up right there. Disconnect. Pressed. This is a thief. Press. There we go. Copy this in. All right, this is done now. Thief. All right, so let me, yeah, so that should now work. Perfect. So the other thing was hover over. That's the reason why I have this. I have a mouse entered event. So let me fix that. Let me fix that while we're here. Now that I know how to separate these things. So I'm going to disconnect the mouse entered. Actually, I don't need to do that. Let me see. Black Exterminator, welcome to the Adventurers Fold. Thank you for stopping in. I appreciate it. Thanks for that follow. Select the panel. Yep. Yeah, remove the signal. So I'm going to come over here. I'm going to remove this signal, disconnect, and I'm going to do mouse entered. That's what I want. Mouse entered. All right, so it's already associated with the new script, so I don't need to do anything there. It's spelt right. That's good. No signals needed. Is that what you're talking about above? When you have a UI, you can just do a tooltip? Yep. Okay. Tooltip. Okay. So let me go to, where the hell's my, hold on, let me see. Where was that? Okay, so here is this script. Oh, that was the old script, I think. All right, I'll just type, it's right there then, right? Why is that even irrelevant to my development stream? That's what I think. So there's your answer. You're banned. All right, back to business. A fighter uses. Yeah, I was trying to figure out where the old file is. All right, here. All right. Okay. All right. There we go. I do. Yeah, I couldn't figure out which one it was actually the ones that I was copying it from. I got to delete some of these old scripts to clean that up. Yeah, you like those do emotes I put in there? Yeah, he comes in and asks a stupid question. That's I moderate for a couple channels, and the other people tolerate that, not me. If you know, stay close to what the topic is. I don't give a shit about what you're trying to do politically or religiously or whatever. It's not the place for my channel. Zero. Zero. You know what I mean? Cool tip. 141. Whoa. Raid. Hey, Leah, how you doing? 141 people coming in hot. Thank you very much, guys. My name's Ray of Prophets TV. Griffin's here too. Whoa. Chrissy Codes is here. Look at all these folks. Hey, guys. After a 24-hour stream. That's awesome. Wow. Wow. Well, thank you very much. I very much appreciate you bringing your community over here. What I'm doing is I'm on day 4 of learning Godot. So this is Godot 4 beta 10. I'm slowly learning the language. I have Captain in here helping me out through some other stuff, but I'll scoop over and make some room. I'm basically making you think about an old school game, Dungeons and Dragons style. I'm making a game that's fantasy based. I'm about to go to bed. No problem. Thank you for coming in. Fantasy, think Dungeons and Dragons. It's a text based adventure game. Some graphical elements, probably a lot of graphical elements actually, but the scenes, crest of the moon, which is kind of cool. 2 a.m. for me. Definitely also going to bed. Thank you very much, guys, for coming in, for bringing your community, for those follows too. I definitely appreciate you, Leia. Thank you very much for that too. Hopefully, I'm pronouncing your name right, Leia. I think it's Leia. Leia Codes. Leah Codes. Thank you very much. I was watching you the other day, actually, with your 24-hour stream. I stopped in to see what you're doing. You were saying you were doing some security stuff, which is kind of cool. I do security for a living, so it was great to see some coding being done in that world. But yeah, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Everyone that's going to stay, feel free to pull up a chair. If you know Godot, feel free to throw your cross-site request forgery. Is that what you're doing? Cross-site. That's always fun. The other one's what, SSRT or one of those things, the forbidden word. Server-side request. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff that does that. I had someone pop in the other day and they had an epic name called Log4j, which is very cool. Chrissy, what have you been up to? My friend, what's up? What's up, guys? Guys and gals, kings and queens, pull up a chair, chill back. We're just a chill stream here, learning some language. I guess Godot uses GD script natively, and GD script, from what I've been hearing, is about 80% ish like Python. So that's definitely something I'm familiar with Python. Log4j, don't you spell out job security? Yeah, no kidding. That took the world by storm, though, didn't it? I think that shook up people's attention to, not to say anything bad about open source, but when there's a vulnerability and you're using it, it definitely impacts. Apache's heavily used globally, so that was kind of a crazy thing to do. Privacy TV, I'm stuck on Godot 3.5 due to my old laptop. Is it really heavy? I wouldn't think. LN Media, I wouldn't think that it would be heavy to run. It's pretty small as a footprint anyway, compared to some of these larger engines. It's pretty small. OSS is only good if we maintain standards. Log4j was just a reminder that we need to be vigilant. Yeah. You know, it's also X68 there is SolarWinds opened the eyes too for those who are familiar with that about using third parties. How that actually came in and swept, the countries as well. Isn't the security community constantly trying to commit shady backdoors in OSS? Yeah. It's not heavy. It's the Vulkan Red renderer. Oh, okay. So you're doing more of the graphical side of it? Like the 2D, 3D, like heavy 2D, 3D stuff? SolarWinds was vindication for all those years when I was saying protect the build system, right? The funny thing is that came in signed. It was legitimately signed. It was scanned, and it just looked like a regular method that was in the code. So it shows you that if someone does poison your repository, your code repository, at the source, and you're the distributor of that source to others, that consumer, i.e., companies, that's a big problem. That's a big freaking problem. Ironically, I've done a pen test which targeted a build system at a different company. Yeah, those things sometimes can get messy if you don't do it properly. You don't have the right authority. Some companies run lean, so they have the same resources that shouldn't be separation of duties, that shouldn't be writing the code and deploying it to the same environment. So that's an issue. 2 years before, I had to found a code signing cert on a dev's desk. It was a for production, because I actually ran into something like that too. It was a part of their business process to streamline that they were doing builds, and they actually had production certs on endpoints. Not good. Fortune 50 company, I believe it. No, my laptop hates Vulkan. I have to use OpenGL. I believe it. Security is, I guess, going back to what you put in quotes, job security. It's definitely one of the most sought after job professions today in the IT and ITIS or technology space is security. So, and it is a small world, just like development is a small world. I never had a development position per se, but I do cybersecurity and cyber defense monitoring. So I've never really been a developer per se. I wrote scripts and stuff like that, but never held the job of like a software engineer. I've always dealt with those teams, architecture and stuff like that on the security side with software development lifecycle, the SDLC, secure coding, Stride, all the things against it, MITRE, OWASP. I'm always surprised that OWASP is still the top 10, and the top 10 really hasn't changed for years, and they still get it wrong. Let's see, same company. Same company was adamantly against continuous integration, continuous development, and had devs Building local, oh man, local laptops, and funny as hell, they lifted the signing key and turned it over to my boss to secure it in the safe. Then he signed a demo with it. Thank you everyone for the follows, man. I definitely appreciate it. Going back, we had. Am I pronouncing your name Leia? If you're still here, Leah. Is it Leah or Leia? Like Princess Leia, or is it Leah? I'm from the East Coast, so I mean I pronounce stuff wrong all the time. I drop my R's. There's no, coffee. There's, we car. There's no R's in my language. But Robo, thank you very much. The Yajic, I think. Madeline Griffin, man, I know you, dude. Great stream. I love your streams, man. I'm always in there. I might not be chatting, but I'm in there listening to you. Sir C, thank you. Ryan, thank you very much. Andrew, thank you. I'm not cool. Neither am I. Thank you for the follow. All right, man. So this is what we're doing. Let me show you a quick tour while we're waiting here. We're just breaking real quick. Hopefully I didn't break the code so I can show you. So it's called Crest of the Moon. The only button that really functions is the new so far. So I'm on day 4 again. So I'm working through the new part of this, going through the entire thing. I use mind maps to kind of map out what I want things to look like. So from the main menu, you have these main core buttons. Everything that has a green border, thick border, is completed as a base. I'm trying to get since this is my first game, I'm trying to get the fundamentals from start to finish of just the foundation of a game so I can get the understanding in my head, and then I can go back and add or enhancements and stuff like that. But so you click new. I did do the quit button. So you click new, and it brings you into the class system here. So you have 4 classes, 4 basic. Think again, Dungeons and Dragons. You have the fighter, and we're working on these labels. These will automatically populate the labels. So you'll have a fighter, you'll have a wizard, cleric, and a thief. Here's the bonuses at the bottom, which will be a bonus to your primary stat. And then when you click on the class, it will take you over to the stats. This placeholder here will be the class that will carry forward, so you'll know what you're looking at. As you roll these stats, notice it's rolling 3 columns of stats for your primary, or for your stats over here. You have 3 columns to pick from. So let's say I pick this select column. You no longer can roll it, but you can still pick between the 3. So let's say I finalize on a 16 strength fighter. I lock in my stats. I hit continue. I can name the guy. And then this page is going to be, I'm doing all the graphics, by the way, too. So I do my graphics in Sprite. So this is the pixel graphics that are going to be there. This is going to be a start and equipment page. So what I plan on doing here is, out of these 3 categories, weapon, armor, and supply, you'll get a random weapon. So this is just placeholder graphics. So you could get, for a weapon, you can get a dagger, a stick, a sword if you're lucky. Armor could be cloth, piece of leather, whatever that is, loincloth, whatever you're going to be in. The supplies could be it could be a potion, it could be a piece of food, a bandage, or whatever. So these will be randomized, and you hit continue. Then you come to the main page. So this is where most of the activity is going to be. The scope of it is to have most of the text, if there's going to be like storyline, will all be in here. Anything you need to interact with will be here, but with graphical elements. So you'll have an attack button if you get into an attack. I did these as well, so you can have like dice rolls. This is all functional. If you need to roll a dice, you can roll any one of these dices, and it does the random D-roll behind the scenes. This small one is just a placeholder, but in the beginning of combat, when you experience an encounter, there's always a roll for initiative. Do you go first, or does the encounter go first? So this button down here rolls an encounter and tells you who wins it. If there's a tie, I give it to the player on the initiative, and then that starts that first round of combat. And again, I mapped that out too, of what combat looks like. Initiative, first roll to hit against the armor class. If they're going to take damage, reduce the experience. If they're going to flee, there's an option of fleeing. Close the combat. If there's death, then a death will occur, and those events will kick off. And then these things will be here too. These buttons will be interactive. Right now I have this defend button kind of going against a dictionary behind the scenes about about 7 different monsters at the moment just to put the base in. These will probably be when I'm ready. Probably 100, 150 different types of monsters that have stats. They have their own base damage, their own description, their own weapon that they're going to be using if there is weapon or an animal. They have their loot type, which is kind of cool. So let's say you're fighting a rat and you kill the rat's going to be tied to the specific loot type of an animal. So you won't get like a two-handed sword off of fighting a rat because it's not really. I always hated that in MMOs where you fight something and you get a not a realistic item drop from something that shouldn't have that. So I kind of put something in to check for that. It has experience tied to it, has its own armor class, the typical stuff you'd get from an MMO type deal. You have the commands you can type in here too. So if I do enter any commands, they can enter the commands there and to interact with any text, or if there's a button for it, like combat, they can do that in the combat section. Your name will carry over, your class will carry over, your level will go up based upon your experience. We just did these weapon slots the other day. You can see I put a placeholder in there, a graphics that I made of an axe. So you'll have the typical slots for those types of weapons and gear. Gold, as you collect gold, this will go up. This is just placeholder values. All your mob kills will be counted. Your deaths, if you do die, you'll be counted on that. And then your typical 3 bars for health, mana, and stamina. And that's it. That's where we're at right now. So now we're redoing the panel classes here to make it a little bit more smarter with some of the nodes and signals that we're working with to start saving some of that data. We set the foundation with a game manager type stat. I'm going to call it like a broker, but a game manager that's going to be handling all the scenes, storing the data, the typical type of stuff that you would experience through, coming back to a game single player. That's it. So we did that in like 4 days. Lots to learn. I'm taking a lot of instruction from, some folks in the chat, specifically Captain. Food Bar has been helping me immensely, and that's where we were when you guys raided in. So appreciate you staying, and we're just gonna jump back into business here. Feel free to chat any questions you have. Hopefully I can answer them. If you want to talk about this or security or whatever, we can talk about that too. But thanks, guys. Since you're at this scene, rename the buttons to the class. That's some progress. Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it. I'm really enjoying it. Like I said, I did the 100 days of code with Python. I love Python. Since I learned Python first, I figured I'm going to jump into this to try to focus on this. I was also doing C++. After I did Python 100 days, I bought a course with Mosh, I think, on Udemy. It's like a 40-hour course. So I'm almost done with that on C++. And thank God I understood Python because it made C++ look pretty easy. The first time I tried to look at C++ years ago, I just picked up the book and put it down. That's all I could understand. But I think the saying goes, if you understand one, you kind of understand them all. To an extent. All right, since you're at this scene, rename the buttons to the classes. I can do this. Python is a great first language. I love Python. I was doing some pretty cool stuff with it. Security stuff. I was doing J3 fingerprints with it. J3S server-side fingerprints with it. I was doing a bunch of different utilities with it. The button property text. Yep. All right, so let's go. This text over here, right? So fighter. This is going to change it on this, right? See it visually. Wizard. Cleric. And thief. Very cool. What do you guys like to develop in? What's your favorite languages? Or your favorite language, I should say. And I know the thought is, well, you use a language based upon its purpose, but what do you typically? Everyone likes like a favorite language they'd like to do something in. What's your favorite language? Mine's still Python. All right. I don't even know how to pronounce that. Is that closure? Closure on's go? I don't even. Is that an English illusion? I don't. I don't even know what that is. Oh, go. Okay, closure. I never heard of closure. If that's what I'm pronouncing it right. I heard of go. Is that like go lang or is that go or that different? Go and go lang. Is that the same? All right. I think I did. I think I have the tooltips. Let's check this. Tooltips working. Okay, cool. Tooltips are working. Did I do it for cleric? Did I not finish it? Let me check that real quick. Hold on. Class tooltip control. I don't think I finished it. Yeah, I didn't finish it for those two. Okay. All right. All right. We got rated. So let me finish this real quick. Tooltip. And last one for here. Yep. And tooltip. Okay, now we got it all. Let's check this again. Yep. Cool. Yes, Go and Golang are the same. Okay, awesome. C language and Python. Ooh, C. Whew. Does anyone do any of the like Rust or what is Google's? I don't know if it's new, but I think it's new Carbon. Supposedly an iteration or an improvement to C plus plus or Clojure is a Lisp language you can both compile to Java and JavaScript, so perfect for full stack. Yeah, you always hear that. Well, I think I heard of that about a couple languages. Well, this is going to be the C plus plus killer. Aren't they saying that about Rust too or something? It's almost like if you guys play games, I'm a big MMO player. You know, how many times have you heard other MMOs come out, multiplayer online come out and say, yeah, this is going to be the WoW killer, and then like 6 months. I don't think a language ever dies that fast, but games come out, they release it, they suck people's money up, and then they fall by the wayside. It's hard to take out a game that's been 16 plus years as one of the leaders. All right, so that's done. We got the class sent over to the game manager and what the class is based upon what the button is pressed. So that's an update. So I can remove these nodes then, right? I don't need the mouse enter event anymore. So I'm going to clean that up since we did the tooltip method. Disconnect. Clean up these panels. Okay, that's cool. That's clean. That's clean. All right. I think we're back to business. Everything's working. Let me save this. By the way, I just figured out that this blue text is showing me the ones that I have open. Don't laugh, guys. I'm new. Yeah. So I just figured that out. The difference between the colors. Nerd. Yeah, that's right. Check out all those. You see this one that I put over there? The blue text is the last used. Oh, it's last used or because I have three of them? I'm assuming that because I have them open. New game, new stats, panel class. Or does it only show the last three? Because I have this one open. Okay, yeah, there it is. Are they changing more colors or my eyes like screwing up? Oh, okay. Now that I'm clicking on them all. Okay, I see what you're saying. I was wondering, there is different blue colors, right? The more saturated the color, the higher the temperature, the more recently used. You can edit the temperatures. Okay, I was wondering. I'm like, are my eyes screwing up or am I now seeing a light blue and then a white? All right, let's stop. Let's stay focused. Let's stay focused. All right, so we did that. The class is now working. All right, so this is now functioning. Click the class button and it brings it to the stats. Okay, so this is fully functioning. That was what I struggled with last night for about an hour after I did a 6-hour stream. Was it last night or the day before? I don't remember. I think it was a day before. And it was pretty brutal. My mind was broken. I had to call it. Okay. The next step is we want to continue on with moving towards that path that we talked about. Lots of info downloaded into your mind. Yeah. I think I just went on the couch last night with my wife, turned on the TV and watched like a couple episodes of Judge Judy. That's all I could take. And then I went to bed. That was it. I couldn't take any more info into my brain to process it. So I had to watch something like that. All right. So we were talking last time about going through that process of a new game to, saving the data, loading the data. And we set up that game manager. And the game manager right now is only handling the scene. So it's took this stat scene and it took the new character scene. Now I think we need to pass in after the stat scene. We need to have the game manager. Yep, new resource model. Yep, we did that too. We have a couple. We have the player model and the stats model. So the player model basics stuff that we have here as a framework for what we expect. Same thing with the stats. And okay, that's the stats game manager. So if I'm following my process to make sure that the game manager gets everything from after they get to this point, they pick the class. This sends the right scene. When they roll their stats, select lock in, continue. We need to make sure that the game manager is handling this transition, and then from here, also this transition, and then this transition. So it should go to, I'm just going to make a mental note of that. Yeah, character. So player, that's their, okay. Okay. Stats. Oh, man. Done it, meaning passing in to the game manager the. Actually, I think this is where we left off, right? I think this is if I go to. Yeah, right here. Okay, this is where. Continue button. Those are just stats. Now I know I can probably do tooltips for this, but. Right here. Yeah, so we added the stats, all of them. Yep. I went back in and did that. But now we have the class saved. We have the stats saved. So but I do need to pass the game manager at this point what scene it should go to. So I think that should be next, right? On button pressed. No, it's going to be on the continue button. On button. Okay, I already did that. Okay, so the stats is done. Cool. So that's one step closer, and I think the next step is the equipment thing. If I go from here, let me just, I like to go through the workflow. So here's the picking the class, go in the stats. After the stats, the continue button goes to the character. So we're on the name character screen, and then it goes to the equipment. if I pull up that scene, do I have that up? The name character. This one. So from here, yeah, because this is what I need to change. Instead of the get tree, we're sending that to the game manager, right? And I need to send the character name here too. I need to send that as a stored value to the player. Okay. Game manager. Do, 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 do. Oh, we finally got some points over there. All right, I gotta go back and see how to do that game manager thing. Please hold one moment. Game manager, player, player, class. This is gonna be player. I think we called it name. I'll look that up in a minute. Player, player, and then the name, and then change scene. Okay. Player. How come I don't get the prefix? I mean the autofill coming into it. Let me I want to make sure. I think it's just character name, but let me check the new stats. That's not it. Player model, it is player name. Okay. Player name, just to make sure. Let me close some of this stuff down. Tip. You can navigate. Let's see. You can navigate to the last script top right. Oh, like this? No, that's where I am. What do you mean top right? Next to the search help. Right here. Just by clicking this previous document. Okay. All right. So I think that's all I need right there. I just set it. And then game manager dot change scene. This will go to here. Go back here. Where's my change scene? I thought it would just go to. Oh, we're just passing in. So let me go back to the manager and name it first. Manager, we'll call this var. Oh, this is going to be name character. No, I already have the character name scene. Equipment scene. Yeah, that's right. Equipment. Go back to my other ones. Click, 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 click. Equipment. Preload. And we'll go to equipment. All right. Equipment. So that's cool. And we'll need to do that. Another LF. Scene type is equal to equipment. Then we'll get the get underscore tree change to packed, which was different from the file before. And we'll do it to equipment. And that should now handle that transition. If we make it equipment on this side, equipment, okay. A little error. Must be right here. Not declared in the current scope. I'm going to put that up top. Let me go back. Got to close some of this stuff down. Close this. Stats. Get tree, get class. So that's right. Got to go back to all these things. All right. So here, it just needs a variable at the top. Identify equipment not declared in the current scope. It needs an on ready. Oh, that's the text though. Export var character name string. Is that what it needs at the top? Yep. Okay. Let me see if it works. Be glad if this works. It should take me to, okay. Doesn't work. On continue. Change scene equipment. It needs to be in quotes. Yep. I need to see it visually a couple times, then it'll sink in. Okay. Okay, because we're defining the string up here, so that's what's carrying forward. Okay. All right. You can delete row 3. Okay, so now we're on to the equipment scene. The equipment scene calls the main scene. I don't need this one. I mean line 3. So you don't need that there. It was just the fact that I didn't have it in quotes that was doing that. Okay. All right, I got that. Let's go to, so now this one, all right, so the button, this goes to equipment. So let me pull up the equipment scene. Oh, the equipment script. It's kind of the same thing on here. We're going to, is that pretty standard like you did before? Just remove these things. We don't need them. Okay. Let me load that back up. I got to save these two. I'm so bad at not saving stuff. Save, Ray. Save. All right. So let's go to, now we're going to go to the equipment side. We did the name character. This is calling the equipment. The equipment will call the main scene. So let's add that to the manager first. We'll add the main scene here. So var main scene equals preload that. And we'll call the main playing scene. And we'll do this part 2, LF LF scene type equals, we'll call it main scene to match that. Then we'll do get underscore tree change scene packed and main scene. Okay. So that's set. Copy this. Save that. Uh-oh. Hit the wrong button. Hit the wrong button again. Oh my god. Oh my god. Control S. And we'll go to the equipment. On pressed. Do game manager dot. So we actually don't have the spot yet for gear. I'm going to set the other one in first. So change scene, main scene, but we don't have any placeholders yet for equipment. So thinking about it, do we want to have under player model equipment or no? Would that be a separate, like I put a question mark here to follow up on? Okay, so this would be a separate resource like we did this one, right? A new custom resource. Okay, let me see if I can figure this out. All right, let's. Yep. And I would export all of those based on what they are. They're all probably all going to be strings. I would do that here though, right? So I do export because it's associated, because this is the player model. The model, I'm thinking the player model at top. The player is going to have stats. This is what you're talking about nested, right? The player is going to have stats. The player is going to have equipment. So var equipment equals, we're going to call it equipment. Call the class equipment. Yep. That would be in the new equipment spot, right? I would do that for now, and then like we did with the stats, I'm basically going to do another file over here. File, new, we'll call this equipment model, I think is what we're doing them, right? Yep. Equipment model. Make sure it's in my scripts folder. Okay, open, create. This would be class, name, equipment. This is resource, right? Resource. And we don't need this stuff, right? Do everything that's going to be here would be export var, remove it. Export var, and it would be like head slot, like you have there, head slot. Oh, the head slot goes into player. So I just need to expand this stuff then. Like I commented, export. Okay. Export var, head slot, var equals equipment. Like such. It's a lot. Okay, so I need to do that for everything. All right, export chest. Control D to duplicate. I'm typing it because I want to get muscle memory built up for this. So excuse my trying to type this. I know I can copy and paste it and rename, but I just want to get used to. This is a good way for me to practice what I'm doing. I keep forgetting what the hell the slots are. Head, chest, hands. We got export fingers. Feet. Feed. Thank God for typing skills. I don't have a necklace. I have this. I have a finger. So I have a head, chest, hands, fingers, feet, and weapon. I think I can go back and look, but all right. Let's confirm these. Where the hell's the equipment? Let's go back to the main scene. To here. Oh shit! I messed. I don't have them labeled. Where were my labels? Let's go back to our character panel. Yep. So head, chest, hands, feet, fingers, weapon. All right. Head, chest, hand, feet, fingers, weapon. Head, chest, hand, feet, fingers, weapon. Got it. Okay. Head, chest, fingers, hands, feet, weapon. Got it. All right. Yeah. So I think I know what you're going with this. So this is now, because this is still associated with the player, the equipment will be specific and unique to what equipment, like an equipment object is, like the name of the equipment, maybe the damage it does, or the armor class. Is that okay? I got you. So I'm thinking that it's just classes, right? What are the attributes of the class that make up what equipment is? Got it. Control arrow keys to move a line up and down. Oh, let's try that. Control arrow keys. Huh? I guess I probably have to highlight it, right? What? Or was it all? Yeah, it's all. Ooh, that's freaking fancy. I like that. I like that. All right. Go back over here. Saves 2 clicks. I like that. All right. So that's those are the stats. Now we do need an equipment one though, right? So we need an equipment one, which I started the equipment one. So in the equipment, instead it would be like the name. So if I'm thinking about what makes up equipment, right? Name. Yep. Name, string, export, var. It could be armor class, AC, an int. Does it matter the spacing here? Or is it? What's the best practice for that? Like a space? No space? Export var type, string, damage, export var damage to base damage int. Not sure about the guideline. I'm doing it like this. Damn it. Actually, let me look at the other ones because I got to make sure that it's the same. Type is as in, you can use an enum. Didn't you say like, I thought someone said before that enums were currently broke or something, and yeah, I was doing. Oh, hold on, my game minute player. Okay, I was doing mixed actually. Guess it doesn't matter. Just want to be consistent. All right. I like it actually with no space before the colon. So export. So we have the name. We have the let's move the type up. Let's try this new thing here. I'm going to do. Ooh, look at that type. Base damage. This ain't gonna have an armor class. No, it will have an armor class if it's gear. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Just give me a second here. I'm not gonna have like any bonuses to start with. It's gonna be pretty basic. I can come back and do that after. We'll have a name of an item. If it's armor, it's gonna be a type, which would be cloth, armor, plate, something like that. Base damage, armor class. That's it. Yeah, I have damage. I have base damage there, which would cover weapons. I'm not doing anything with like speed, or I'm not doing anything with encumbrance for weight. I think we're good with that. Is this blue? Maybe I can't use name. It looks like it's a different color to me. Not doing anything with weight. No encumbrance. Nah. Nope. You think I need to change this? No, I think this is let's add the enum. So this is like the init. Is that what you mean? Enum type. So it's the first time I'm doing this. Enum type. This is the first time I'm doing this. Oh, I see what you're saying. Does the type need to be, is it because it's a constant? Is that why we're typing it capital? So this is what you mean by like type. It could be like cloth or weapon or. I don't know what you mean by add. How do I add it though? Is it just, could it be type big brains? It could be. Alvy, what's going on? Like in an array. So I'll just have to do like, so if the type could be, if we're talking about a weapon, could be a sword, something like that. Oh, I know you say it's higher level than that. So it could be armor, weapon. That's it. Oh no, supply. Yeah, going back to my three. Those are the three. Those are the three. Armor, weapon, supply. That's it. Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah, that's what I was wondering about constants because we're typing it in uppercase. So I was curious what that. Do, 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 do. Yep. So armor would be 0, 0, 1, 2. Supply could be like food. It could be. Actually, I probably need to add those in here, right? I wasn't thinking about. Supply could be no, no, but you get it as an inventory item. That's true. I probably might need to add it as a slot. Okay. Yep. Consumable. Do I put consumable here? Handle that differently. Armor and weapons it is. So then now you're gonna like define what armor is in here. We are in the equipment resource for now. No jewelry. Oh, fingers. Yeah, finger. Wouldn't that? I'm gonna consider that armor. I'm considering a part of like armor, your gear. I'm not breaking that out. Boo, boo, boo. Yeah, once I get the basics of what it is. Let me save this before I forget stuff. Okay, so down here we create the init. And then here we're going to do the same thing, name, P. And this is what I'm going to do it, right? And then down here would be, once I go through everything, it would be name underscore P equals name for each of those. I'll do the none. Why would I add that? Senior K, welcome. Thanks for that follow. Welcome to the Adventurers Fold. Appreciate all the followers today. This is awesome. Might be a unique item. But what wouldn't it fall? I'm not sure. Like an equipment type that is not defined. Well, that would be my mistake then if it's not defined, right? Wouldn't it though? I think that would be just an observation. Okay. I think I'm doing this right, right? New stat. Let me make sure. This is where I'm assigning the base. Where I just lost my. Oh, this is where I'm defining the base values, right? Hold on, I'm not following. Hold on. Just an observation. Type is an int. Oh, I thought the type would be because it's an index. Okay, I got you. I thought it would actually be in okay. So I'd have to define a default value here. So this is going to default to armor. Let's see what you're saying now about none. I can come here and say armor then. or type.armor. Yep. Base damage int. And AC is int. Wouldn't armor have a block value? Well, this is armor class. That's an integer. I'm just keeping it basic. So if you have like a 10 armor class, you have to roll above a 10 to hit the person. Very basic D&D stuff. Not doing any block parrying, none of those types of things in here yet. None of those things yet. I think this needs to go into here though, right? Is that right about that? Oh, I have it reversed. Is a function, I think a function needs to be, no, it is like that. Okay. I'm thinking of something else. So these are all backwards. The fuck, my end don't work. Mm-hmm. All right. Function a net type. Here, and thank you very much for that follow. Welcome to the Adventures Fold. I appreciate it. Got an incredible raid earlier. It was awesome. You're welcome. I'm a very late raider. Always welcome here. Thank you for being a late raider than a no raider. See, base damage. Could not have nested armor under type enum. Type is a value. So would it have to be 0? Type P int. So would I have to do that for each one of these then? Int, if I wanted to assign a base value like 0, armor class equals 0. Yeah, we'll do no damage at all. I want to make sure it's defined. String, I'm just keeping. Can I keep the string like that? Okay. That works. All right, what's going on with this? Base DMG equals base DMG underscore integer. Oh. And same for here. Look at the debug skills. I think that's one of I like doing is digging through issues with code. I guess if I'm a good debugger, my code's supposed to be better. I don't know. You still have to know how to code, I guess. You have any textures for any equipment yet? Not really. The only ones that I have are a pickaxe, an axe, a sword. Just those placeholders that I made in Sprite, but I can do those off the clock, if you will. No, I'll probably do those live too. Just Ace. I like doing graphics live as well. Just bring that up and show. I've been working on emotes. Okay, can do that. Shit, I forgot what the size of the. Were they 80 by 80? No, they weren't that small. 180. Going to the inspector. Underneath what? Okay, let me get. I want to make sure I'm on the right. I always have to go this way to understand. You're talking this placeholder? DevZom, welcome. Thanks for that follow. The inspector top right. Yep. Welcome. Equipment slot 1. Head slot. The plus icons is for creating a new resource. Where's my named items? It's coming, Striker. What's going on, buddy? They're coming. That's in the next version, soon to be released. All right, hold on. I'm trying to follow you here. Hold on. So I'm in the right spot visually, though, right? So I'm in the slot manager. Yeah, version 2.1. And then you're saying click the plus, the first icon in the inspector panel. This one. Yep. Create a new resource in memory and edit it. Okay. Oh, man, we're deep. This is a whole new section. I don't know what's going on here. Select equipment. Oh. Oh, okay. Create. This is all new to me. I've never done this before. So it's basically what we made over there. And isn't the export making it available in the inspector? And I still have my cut from that bottle the other day. Freaking laceration from opening a Poland Spring bottle. Ouch. Ouch. Then save it, create a new folder, and name it equipment. So you're saying up here, I can call this basic equipment. So I can call it cloth hood. Right? Type. Is this 0? Because this is going to be the index of the type, not. Oh. Let's optimize it. I like that. In your equipment script. Okay. I got to save this, by the way. Let's give it a type hint so it knows the enum to use. Oh, you're getting all freaking fancy and stuff now. Getting all freaking fancy. On line 4, on the type. Oh, so you can kind of put like after export. Okay. You can kind of put like doc notes and stuff in here. That kind of thing. I think the dark notes would be like in Python if that's what it's called. You can define the display the data in the inspector. You can define how to display the data in the inspector. That is the hint type. Shit, do you want me to search for it? Look it up together. Oops. Just F1. Oh my God, what the hell happened? Holy shit. Hold on. Hold on, hold on. Hold on, hold on. Yeah, F1. Hint. Export. Export flags. Basic export directory. Let's start from the top, I guess, right? Export enum. Be that. Start with export. Properties. Enum. Ah, so it's just putting them into, it's doing the export underscore enum, and then the values I'm assuming would be in the quote. So it'd be armor and weapon. Ah, yeah. Okay, so let's go back to here. So if I read that right, it should be enum here, the armor, weapon. Like that. Oh, just like this then? Hmm. Save. Nope, no description. I think I need to put the, yeah, I'm in the inspector. It just says, oh. So I think I do need to put armor and weapon. No. It's like, nope. Ray, just hush up. Let the instructor speak. And the cool thing is all these are going to be VODs. I can go back and watch them. Let me look it up. It's a different export type. All right, let's go back to export then. Didn't I have export? Let me close some of this stuff down. Yeah, here we go. So let's go back to top, export, file, directory, global file. Nope. Place, nope. Range, export range. Nope. Flags, maybe. Flags or export category. Subgroup. I'm thinking it might be subgroup. Find a new subgroup for the following exported properties. This helps to organize properties in the inspector doc. Subgroups work exactly like groups, except they need a parent group to exist. So it might be category then. Mm-hmm. You can pass on an enum, and by doing the actual name of the enum, not the values in the enum. Like this is showing values. Export a string or integer property as an enumerated list of options. The property is an integer field, then the index of the value stored in the same order the values are provided. Right, that's true. What was the category one that I saw? Category. Define a new category of the following exported properties. This helps to organize properties in the inspector doc. Anyhow, it works in 3.1. No, that'd be cool. I want to figure out. I thought I heard or someone say that enums were broke in 10, which might be the issue that we're encountering right now. I could be wrong. I don't know how to verify that. Let's do a quick search. Godot 4 beta 10 enum. Just need a different export. Panda coming in with 10 viewers. What's going on with the panda? Oh, look at we got a little spelling issue, I guess, over here. What's up? What's going on, Panda? What's happening? I'm neck deep into code, trying to figure out what's happening over here. What's going on? Love those bombs. How was your Minecraft? Minecraft extraordinaire. Minecraft Dungeons is pretty cool. So export, I'm trying to figure out exporting enums so they appear over here on the inspector, but the inspector is not doing type. And so it's pulling these values specifically, but so you're saying it should, do I have to put the, no. Do I have to put the enum on top? That wouldn't make sense because we need to define what that is first as the type. Yeah, not sure why it's worked out correctly, but nevertheless. See, you're like me. It was like when I copied and pasted all your icons, it didn't put a space between them. The problem is that you keep them synchronized if you need to type it. We need a different export. I paid $29.99 for this game, and all we're getting is hitting an errata 50 times to kill it. I want a refund. Yeah, that's probably what will be like. I think this one will. I think some people release it on, if anyone has releasing games experience for like demos or smaller games. I think itch.io is a better place, a better place to release than Steam as a first game, because Steam's brutal with reviews. Even if the game, I love reviewing the content over in Steam reviews, because it could be their computer. The computer can be a piece of crap, and they'll say it's your game causing performance issues, right? So some of you have to take those with a grain of salt, but it's kind of nasty some of what people do over there. Or if it's like an alpha, or it's like it's a beta or early access, right? People don't get that sometimes an early access game is going to have bugs, right? They expect it to be perfect, optimized. Yeah. It's brutal. It's brutal. Okay. So it would be in, ooh, that was kind of cool. So I can just do armor. Do I have to put them in? I think I have to put them in quotes. Armor weapon. Have to be strings. Yeah, see, it automatically populated. That's cool though that it, what is this called in I was doing Unity for a while, C#, and this was called something, so it would show up in the inspector. You had to like instantiate something. It's like a 2-word thing you had to type to get it to show in the inspector on Unity. That's funny. You're gonna be like hitting that game for like trying to skin a rabbit for 20 minutes. For the base damage, you could define a range, for example. Oh, really? So is that all in like, is this? Oh, dude. I think that's let's keep it simple now. Let's keep it simple. No, no, no. I'll just add them in for now. But damage would be, this is base damage. Yeah, I'm not for now. I'm not worrying about bonuses and all that other stuff. So base damage, it's not going to have anything for this armor class because we're doing a cloth hood. I am naming this stuff right, right. The whole purpose of exposing the values in the inspector is for game designers not to edit, right? So there's no base damage because it's armor. We're just doing the headpiece. I'm just going to start with a cloth hood. Armor class will be 3. That's it. Like here. Is this going to create a new folder for it? Load an existing resource from this. So do I do it like a file save as, or am I using these 3 buttons here? If I click this save current edited resources, are going to pop up telling me where the third icon. All right, it's going to, okay, save as. All right, I wanted to make sure. Equipment. And would I name this to be cloth hood? This is a texture resource, right? That's what that, or text resource. I think the other one is binary, you said. Cloth hood. Yep. Save. Okay. So I'm going to do the same thing then. I'm going to repeat it for the chest piece, for the hands, feet, all that stuff. Open the file in a text editor. Can I go like this and then go in the equipment and then right click from here, showing file manager, right click in a text editor? Yep. Open with, can I just open this in Notepad++? Oh, yeah. Now I'm seeing some input. Now we're seeing some stuff. I'm not sure if you guys can see that. I'll blow it up a little bit. That's perfect. I don't know what this 1_by251 is. That like the, oh, that's the external resource ID, like maybe the custom ID that it's associated with. Okay. Dude, that's incredible. Let's add another one. Let's add the other ones. This is freaking incredible. Yeah, automatically assigns a unique ID, so that's cool. You don't have to worry about that. So that was a cloth hood. Let's add another. Oh, let's get out of here. Add another resource. Oh, what the hell's happening? What the hell's happening? I saved it. Save. Yep. Correct. I'm going to have quality type. I'm going to have the type of the item. So cloth. The quality. So it'd be like torn cloth hood. So I'm going to have like 3 different types of tables for that. So can I just click here and add a new resource? Why is it create a new resource? Oh, it's going to be equipment. Create. We'll call this cloth chest. Cloth shirt. Armor. Oh, shit. Oh, there's a slider there, I guess. Okay. 2. Do this 1. This one would be cloth shirt. Add another one. Equipment that we need hands. Cloth gloves. Hood, chest, gloves. Just add another export property for the texture file. So I can just put that up here. I'll put it at the bottom. File name. Like that. Oh. Is that what you're talking about? Make it a texture property. Just a texture. Var. Oh, so what the item is going to look like? Okay. Yeah, thumbnail. Okay. That's cool. That's freaking cool. So over here, I'd have to put that in here too. So it'd be thumb. Just keep it blank, right? Thumbnail equals thumbnail. Or keep it null or empty. Okay. So can I just put like empty? Don't assign? So don't even have it in here? Till I'm ready to add a default image. I think I have a... no, I don't. No, I don't. All right, cloth gloves. I think we already did that, right? We got the hood. So we have the head, chest, hands, fingers is next. A dull ring. No, a 0 armor class. It doesn't do nothing. Doesn't do freaking nothing for you. Feet. No, so this is armor classes. I want armor specifically, or armor class, or AC specifically set up for certain types of armor. So as you add like a leather is going to have deep. It's not going to be range. It's going to be a finite, specific integer value. Oh, so now I'm on weapons, right? Did I miss something again? Comments. I never can remember the armor types. Come, I can't remember it. Head, chest, hands, feet, fingers, weapon. Head, chest, hands. We just did feet. We did fingers. Now we just need a weapon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Should have 6 ones in here. 6. May add a weapon. Back to here. Go back up to where is it? Where is it? Equipment. Resource slot. Equipment. Dull sword. Dull short sword. Weapon. Base damage. Oh, shit. Okay. Equipment property needs a slot to be assigned. That is true. That is freaking true. So we're going to put that here. Export var slot. Slot number. Slot. I'm just going to call it slot. I do want this to be a string though. I could do that as an enum too, right? Ah, yeah, yeah. I need to hear though too, though, right? I could actually do, yeah, because both of them are going to need it. Slot. No? Okay, go into the player. Let me take this out then. I don't need that. Or am I still going to need the slot here assigned? Only in the player. Keep that. And opening up the player model. Okay. Yo, hosted, what's going on? Memes coming in. Stud, what's up? Thank you for coming in with your views, dude. What's going on? Do Ric Flair woo. I was Call of Duty. I stopped in. I was watching you blast with that golden weapon of yours, slaying down the opponents. Do you ever get your followers alerts working? By the way, let's go. Make it an integer. Let's put it right here. It'd be here, right? It's going actually on the player. Here. No, we already have the slots. Oh, okay. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, no, I didn't yet, but I'll keep trying. That's with LiveBot, is that right? I supposedly have them on too, but I don't think it's working for me either. Mm-hmm. Whoa, Griffin, what's going on, man? Back to back raids going on over here. Thanks, brother. I appreciate you. What's going on? Thank you for bringing over your 78 viewers. Welcome, folks, to the Adventurers Fold. Guys are coming in hot. What was he working on? Was he giving the good tips? Yeah, I came in on the layer raid. Yeah. Yeah, I saw you pop in. That was awesome of you. But thank you for bringing your folks over, too. For those who don't know me, I'm Ray, or Prophets TV. I'm learning Godot 4, Beta 10. I'm currently in the day 4 stage. So I'm still, or day 5, sorry. I'm still learning. So I'm new. I have several people helping me in the chat here. Captain Fubar is one of them that's been helping me quite a bit, which is very cool. I'm creating a fantasy text-based adventure game with graphic elements. It's called Crest of the Moon. This is my first game ever that I'll ever release at some point. So we'll figure out how it goes along the way. But it's going to be pretty cool. I got a graphical section. This is kind of going to be like the main screen right here. You're going to have equipment that's going to show your pretty much nice sounds, fun. Yeah, pretty much. Okay, Captain. Pretty much think Dungeons and Dragons. If you remember way back in the day, I'm old, so if you remember way back in the day, the text-based adventure games called Zork. Think Zork text-based in the middle here. You'll have buttons. I'm adding graphical elements to make it a little bit more interactive, so you'll actually roll, clicking on the dice to roll stats and see the visuals. Almost like a mud. Yeah, a little bit more graphical than the mud, but that's a perfect concept. Absolutely, almost the same deal. You will interact with monsters, encounters. You'll either type stuff from a command, or if there's a button here that I made for like attack, defending, and fleeing, you'll do that interactively. You'll get equipment that gets dropped. You'll have an inventory. You can actually drag stuff over. You can see a placeholder I have here for a pixel axe that I made. Everything's going to be made in Sprite, so it's going to be like a low poly pixelation type game if it's a graphic that's happening here. But doing all that myself, so it should be fun. Realized I wasn't even following you yet. My bad. No problem, dude. I pop in your stream all the time, pretty much every day. I'm not sure if you caught my comments on when Leia came in. But yeah, I stop in every day pretty much and watch you. I check your hoodie to make sure what your hoodie is, your hat color. And then kind of listen and follow along what you're kind of doing. I think the last time, your project you're working on, the pay side of it. Oh no, sorry, I was just in lurk mode while streaming. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I was giving you prompts saying I enjoy your streams. Sometimes they get a little technical for me because I don't understand fully the development part of it, but I do appreciate it. Very cool. I can sit and watch developers all day. I might not understand what's happening. I understand fundamentally what you're trying to do, but like I couldn't code like what you're trying to do, but I can follow along. Thank you, Emma. I appreciate that. Hello there. Welcome. Is that ICMP? You doing some ping action? That's a brutal color. ICMP CyberSec. I'm actually in cybersecurity, so that's cool. I'm a cybersecurity person, cyber threat intelligence and defense monitoring by day, and at night I'm a gamer and doing my own coding stuff. I started with Python. I love Python. I was doing some, like I was saying, I was doing some JA3 fingerprinting and server-side fingerprinting to be able to help with integrity checking on applications to help detect things like that. But I can appreciate cybersecurity. Today was DNS issues. Welcome back, Captain. Got them fixed. You could code just different patterns, right? Yeah, I guess it helps. If you learn one language, I guess it helps learning the rest. So I started with Python. I started way back in the day. I'm old, so I started back with BASIC way back in the early days, mid, late 80s. And then I tried to pick up C++ and C and assembler, and it just blew my mind. I couldn't handle it back then. So then I just recently learned Python. I did 100 days of code in Python. Thankfully, I love Python. It's probably still my favorite language. I have a World of Warcraft add-on that I maintain that's coded in Lua, Lua. So I'm familiar with that. And then because I learned Python, I picked up a tutorial on Udemy from Mosh. I'm not sure if you know Mosh. It was like a 40-hour course in C++. Now it makes sense to me. Pretty easy. And then now I'm trying to learn GD script native to Godot. It just takes time. Exactly. Nice. I do ethical hacking, penetration testing. Nice. That's super freaking skill to have today in the marketplace. Highly sought after. I actually have a Kali Linux box laptop right here. I'm not sure if you use that for your penetration testing, but laptop right here with a beautiful Kali install on it. Sweet. With Lua, you could do NeoVim plugins too. Yeah, I love Lua's pretty cool. So I do a World of Warcraft add-on. It's actually I'm in pretty. It has like 2.6 million downloads. So imagine if I got $1 a piece per download, I'd be sitting on the beach typing to your Griffin like, yeah, what's up? I'm drinking these Long Island iced teas on a beach somewhere, but yeah, imagine if you could monetize that. But it's pretty cool. I did it back in 2015. I still maintain it today. It was January 9th of 2015, so it just turned like 8. I'd still be developing code. This is like it's like I don't want to say like a closet passion, but the more that like I said, I have an addictive personality. So if I get into something, I'm like all in it. You can probably see the books behind me just to have something close. I have to have stuff and just dive right into it. You can put ads on docs and marketing pages. Yeah, they do because it's on a service that's hosted. I do get like based upon so many points. A point's not like one per download, but so many. Let's say 100 downloads is 1 point, and that point, when it gets to a certain level, equals $1. Type deal. So I do get something for it, but it's not. It's not based upon like 2.6 million downloads. But it's fun. I like it. CurseForge, yep. CurseForge, and then the other one is Wagio. Wago, I think Wago. I put them on 2 sites. Some people, there was some drama or whatever. I try to stay out of drama. That's kid stuff. But some people didn't like CurseForge. They wouldn't allow certain things, whatever. So I publish it both 2 different repositories. Yeah, it's bread and butter money. It buys me a 32-ounce coffee every now and then. I'm happy. I'm not doing it to put fuel in my Porsche. I don't have a Porsche, but it's funny to say that. Yeah, so that's cool. So this is where we're at. So now we're adding. I'm trying to get to the point going from a new game and going through the basic controls of starting a new game and then saving that data, all the data that's related to the current persistence of wherever the player is at, its stats, the equipment, experience levels, and stuff. So we're at that point where we're getting things prepped to save. And then also the load function, starting to do a little bit more on the file object side, the directory side when we get to that point. And then it's pure, once I get the foundation of that laid, it's pure in game like coding for, I use Xmind to map out stuff. So here's like the map out system of very high level. I have other ones that drill down each of them, but each of the green bordered thick boxes is pretty much completed from a foundation level. So you can see I haven't done anything with saving yet. I have the buttons there, but nothing behind them. So we're kind of at this point where we're starting to do some gearing. We're finalizing the main menu, so to speak, and then we're going to start getting into save games and then load games on the file side. And then the combat system I started on, same type of thing. We're setting up models, if you will, or classes to what defines a player, what defines an encounter, kind of the same stats, making it easier. So as we, do more code in long term, it's going to be easier to use. Yeah, then combat system, initiative, take damage, roll against armor classes, type D&D type stuff. Pretty cool. So Captain Fubar, who's up a couple lines, he's been helping immensely. He has like 3 years or 4 years into Godot, and I got 5 days. So he's been kind of tutoring me along the way on different aspects. And as I pick it up, I learn pretty fast. So as I pick things up, when I'm offline, I kind of do some coding. He's catching up fast. Yeah, I always say I have like a white belt. I got to be promoted amongst my peers to get the next belt, if you will. So on my Twitter profile, I say I'm a red belt in Python and I'm a blue belt in Godot. What did you say? Cyber. I use multiple VMs, Ubuntu, Black Arch, Kali, yeah. Those are some nice. What's crazy about that is I'm on both sides. So we do, some purple testing, some red testing, offensive type testing. But it's funny blue teaming and too. but to try to defend. But it's frightening the availability of tools today that back in the day you used to have to be able to do some coding or scripting type levels, where now you can load up Metasploit and just frickin' take down an entire company just by running a script that's freely available out there, including source code. So it's kind of crazy today. From script kiddies now to nation states backed by billions of dollars to target specific industries is it's definitely employable. Job security, lots to do, lots to do. It's the Wild West. Yeah, some of the stuff you wouldn't even believe. Very crazy. They get away with it. All right. But again, thank you, Griffin. I appreciate you coming in here, man, with your crew and sit back, chill, relax. You have any questions? I carry a conversation about pretty much anything, whether it's technology, anything you want to kind of talk about that's not against terms of service. Happy to have a conversation. And we're just going to get back into it with the captain. So, Captain, we last left off with the back into the scripts. We were going to on the player side, we were adding the enum for equipment slots. You do everything manually. Yeah, I think that's better to. If you can do it manually, then you can use automation, right? I think that is a step that needs to be understood. Where some people try to just go into the automation side tooling and they don't understand it. It's probably not the best thing to do, I would say, or I would recommend. All right, so we have all right, I have the slots right there, so that's cool. Head, chest, fingers, hands, feet, weapon. Okay. Enum, head, so I'm gonna make sure head, chest, fingers, hands, feet, weapon. Let me save this. I have a bad thing to not saving stuff, and then like, oh, how come it's not working? I guess I didn't save the prior script. You see, I changed my theme too. It's kind of like a blood red theme. Yeah, yeah. Export hint type of enums works quite easily. Export hint type for enums. So we're gonna have to do the ones in here the same way. I'm gonna have to manually type it in. I'll just put in. So you're saying line. I thought that didn't work though when we did the enum type. You're saying up here. Are you saying add another line? Because it's not reading these values currently. You're saying in here I'm typing in replace of this. Enum export var. Oh, caps var type. That's here. Okay. And we still need the string for slot. Now we got to go back and open up each of one to update the 6 we just created. For the slot type, instead of string, slot player.slot. Yep, that makes sense. We're pulling it from that. Player model, player. So expected end of statement after variable declaration found var instead. Is there a way I can copy and paste this? Line 11 through 23, so it doesn't like... It's called equipment. 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 Looks like a Godot restart. You think that's what it is? It's let me make sure everything's saved, right? That's saved. Let me make sure it was saved. Project restart. I just want to make sure it didn't bounce back when I saved it. Okay. Reload current project. That's what we did the other day. The only thing that this still does is I'm gonna have to resize my screen because it doesn't save the where it's actually currently on my display. I use a big monitor, wide monitor, so reload current project. It always goes full screen. I'm not sure why. Load it back in. I'll shrink it down. We'll bring it back over here like this. Shrink it back up to my OBS window. It's over here. Okay. Go back into here. Go back to where were you just saying? There's a place before the player enum declaration. Player model. There's a space. Line 19. Oh. I fixed that. That's some good eyes, dude. That's some good eyes. Let me erase this. I don't need that. Look at these visual tabs. Actually, this can go over there too, right? No, it doesn't matter. Spaces. All right, now let's do the first line 11. Yep. Can you spot the error? Head slot var equals equipment. Let me see what it says. Well, I never seen these things before when you had a double var in the same line. Does it need to be var jadada var? Yeah, so it doesn't, is it going to be like this? Yeah, okay. I was wondering why they had a double var variable there. I thought maybe it was some way to put two lines in the same line. I don't know. And these are what we're using here. Okay. So this just sets the slot on the player model. And then it's going to go to this class over here that does picks up the equipment. On the equipment side, let's save this. One step closer. One step closer to slashing down bugbears. We are Gucci. Does that mean good, Gucci? Gucci. Well, do I get to add? Do I get to update the equipment though? 'Cause remember, we added the slot now. Do I have to open up the equipment that we just saved? Yeah, so if I go open here, equipment, let's do the boots first. Oh, what's yeah, I see it. How come I couldn't yeah, it says it's pulling it up, but I don't see the details on it. Double click, double click. It's just bringing it up over here. No, that's what I'm seeing. No, I don't see anything that's collapsed. Filter resources is open. This is the only should be there. Oops, I don't know what the hell that did. Oh shit, what was that? I lost the equipment model on that one. You have to update the init by just adding the slot. Or the type. Yep. So it's just slot P would it be player dot slot as the or string? And do I got to do the same thing down here? Slot equals slot P. So I have to do every one individually. So I have to do head, the hands, feet, chest, weapon. Uh, equipment can only have one slot, correct? So head can only have head, chest. They're all assigned. That's why I didn't understand why you put in slot here. So we're saying, oh, I see. This is just a default value. Okay. So if I don't define it properly in the equipment resource, it's going to default to head, which should never happen. Gotcha. All right, so now I do see over here. That was weird. So that's good to know, though. So if I ever do another resource again and I have a exported value and I don't put it in the init function, the inspector properties won't show up at all. That was good that we ran into that. That was cool. And the enum's working. Yeah, hell yeah. How come it worked for that and it didn't work for the other one? What the? You see, it just showed them all there. Wait a minute. Hold on. Oh, okay. Yeah, we changed it. Yeah. Okay. I was thinking, what the hell? Because we were explicitly defining armor and weapon. Now we just changed it back to type, so that's working properly. Then I gotcha. So we didn't need the export enum. We just didn't. We weren't using type. Yep. I gotcha. Okay, so let me open up these. They will be used as base equipment when they're starting. Yes. Yep. So all right. So I have that. That's still good. Gloves would be. I'm just basically assigning the hands. Oh, do I have to save them again? Right? Can I just do save because they're already there? Let me open this one up. Here, slot. This is cool as hell, man. I'm gonna have like loads of stuff in this thing. Loads of freaking stuff. Hold on. Yeah. So this boots. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. What's going on here? I don't think it's loading. Okay, cloth gloves. Cloth boots. Feet save. Boots. Gloves. That's right. Hood. That's right. Shirt. Chest. Yeah, I just didn't save one of those. Ring. Weapon. Wait a minute, did I not save that? Dull ring, fingers, save. There we go. Weapon. Got it. It is just a base functionality in Godot. You can totally customize the inspector panel if you had a bigger dev team, for example, with graphics people that don't need to touch code. Yep. So it allows them to just be able to manipulate if they're just doing data type entry or thumbnails, dragging in images to pop into the texture slot, right? Gotcha. It's almost like I know what I'm doing almost. This is incredible. I took my Saturday already. It's Sunday. Damn. Yeah, data rules, workflow. Okay. I got that. Got that. So are we missing anything else? We have base damage, armor class. Why is this updating it over here like that? I don't like that. I put lowercase over here. Why is it capitalizing it? That just because it does it that way? If I want the damn thing lowercase, I want it lowercase. Okay. Standard. All right. I wonder if I put them uppercase, would it be? No, I don't want to do that. It's behind the scenes. The player will never see it. No. All right, so we have base starting equipment. We got the player worked out. Actually, gold. Do I have that in the player model? Yeah, okay, gold. I do 0 gold. Okay, we already got that, man. Armor class. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I thought. It should actually be here then, right? I don't think I need this anymore. It's if it's based on the gear. Well, this is the player is going to have an armor class, but the armor class, since we broke it out to an equipment class, the equipment's going to have the armor class. Well, the player is going to be wearing the equipment that's going to be slotted. So no, I could just pull the armor class from the equipment that's worn, not from the player. Actually, I will need it because it's going to be multiple pieces of gear. Yep. Yeah. Yep. So it'd be counting the slotted armor class, summoning up, and that's what's going to be the player's armor class, summed up of what's slotted. So I do need it. Gold stats, level, experience, health. Actually, I need to add more because it's not just health, it's mana, right? And it's also bar stamina. Those are the 3 bars that I have. Fix this. Cosmetic, but I want to be consistent. I'll add them to the bottom too. All coming together. You have any questions so far? No, I think it's working pretty good. Let me add these things that we just added. Health. So it's going to be mana underscore p int equals, we'll call it 20. And then stam p int equals, as a lack of a better thing, we'll do the same thing down here. Oh, man. Well, what I wanted to do long term, yeah, I mean, this could be like 100. This doesn't, the health though, I wanted to match. Again, this is just default, but I want this to match their constitution. Oh, you mean, okay, I see what you're saying. To store those values is what you're saying, right? You'll have a base value and then what the current stats is. Yeah. Okay. I'm following. So what I need that, no, the experience would always be static. The level would always be static. Yep. Okay. I'm going to do that right now. See, we're talking through this. We're talking through health, current, int. I want to kind of label them the same. Just put current at the end. I'll use my newfound skill. Check this newfound skill out. Oh my God, look at that. I'm not even sure if you saw it. I'll do it in slow motion. So this would match. Does this order actually, just for my own knowledge, does the initialization order have to be the same as the var order above? Okay. Yeah, I'm doing that right now. Don't forget you need keyboard keys on screen. What does that mean? I'm going to keep them in order anyway, but we'll put this equals 100. Stamina will make it 100. Health will eventually equal constitution, then maybe a roll or something. We'll keep that default. We'll match these values. Will you be able to upgrade your stats in the game? Just the gear. Oh, there's a typo right there. PT. PT. All right. Oh, got a little bit of space issue there. Take off the PT. Got it. Darn. So working out is for nothing. Yeah. Not just for gear. You'll be able to upgrade your stats in the game, and not just for gear. Darn. So working out is yep. Game for couch potatoes like me. Yep. I mean, once I get in, like the mechanics in the foundation game systems, if you will, can always be improved. But I just want to get through, like I said, from beginning to end, the foundation of having all the basic systems work, not too complex, and then I can go back and add or make revisions to it. Like I said, like I'm probably only going to start with like in my testing. Like I said, there's only like 7 monsters. I don't care. I can add the monsters 1,000 if I wanted to. Is age a thing? No, I'm not worrying about age. No age, no encumbrance yet. Uh, it's not something that's going to be like, yeah, age won't come into play at all. Yep. That would be cool though. It could do age. I remember playing Ark. I'm not sure if any of you guys play Ark in here. If you do, press 1 in chat now. But Ark is, I like how Ark has the hair growing. You can start out bald, and then over time you have this huge freaking mess. What's going on? Thanks for the follow. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not going to do like any visuals in that, like models and stuff. Just keeping it pretty much basic. Let me save this before we, oops, be on that screen. Mm, okay. In fact, let's try it out. Let's do it. You think we're ready to actually save the data now? And you can understand how it all works. You could create a custom character by creating a new verse. That is a bit further away. Okay, what are we doing next? What are we doing next, Sensei? Remember, you get to promote me through my belts, my Godot belts. Let me cut my, get this fingernail thing. I got a freaking slash on my finger that's bothering me because it's slashed into my skin, so it's cut the. Got to cut the skin off. We're doing minor surgery here. Thank God I'm a level 2 cleric. New custom resource player. In game, I thought we already have a resource named player. Or we have player model. So you're saying almost like equipment in the inspector? Oh, okay. Over here. Player. Like such, right? Create. Whoa, look at all those stats. So I could just modify all of this to be something. Glad Iron Fist. Class. Warrior. Oh, class is a null right now. Oh, this is actually a fighter. Yeah, I'd probably want to do that. Player class. Would that be like a... That would be underneath the player model, right? Would be like enum, class. I think you said this before. Do I have this already done? But oops, damn it. And I don't need to do that because it's a part of the player, right? But I do need to add I already have a string for player class. Does this mean it's going to be type now? Player class. The top under class just change int. Sorry, I mean class for string. Yeah, okay, yeah. I had to reread your thing a couple times. I'm like, what? Okay. All right, so we have an error down here because it's trying to pick up the string because we have to add it to the init, right? Yep, got it. So like, oh, I almost know what I'm doing. This would it be player dot? Yep. Yo, Andrew, thanks for clicking that follow button. I appreciate it. Welcome to the Adventurous Fold. Learning a little bit of a Godot here with some help from Sensei Captain Fubar in the channel. He's been coaching me along. Long and behold, look into the inspector, and just like that, done. I need to add this down here though, right? No, player class is already defined up here, so we're good down there. So we're good. Health. We'll say health, we'll do 10. Current health, 10. Mana 10. Oh, mana we set to 100, right? Now this overrides, right? What I'm doing here, I'm overriding the init values. Stamina. Yep. Experience 0, 1. Armor class 5. Gold 0. Oops. Ooh, I tried to give myself a little bit of gold there. And hands. This is all the default stuff, or no, stats. We don't have stats. So I guess new stats. New stats. New equipment. The slots you can drag and drop. Okay, so I can just go like, let's reset this. So for head, I can just go to hood. Oh, look at that. Where the hell's my chest piece? Oh, shirt. Finger or ring. Hands. Feet. Weapon. This is probably the best thing ever. Edit. Oh. I'm just going to put like all 10s here just to keep it simple. So we know what the stats are. If we're doing any type of calculation on them, we'll be able to compare against a flat 10. Okay. Dude, that's awesome. Look at that. I'm just gonna save it. Can I just save it under here? Put characters. Yep. Okay, so I should now be able to. Can I go here? Go up one, and here. Right click, show in file. I can now close this out. I can go into here. It's already set for Notepad. Very cool. So yeah, so here's all the stats. It's assigning the same thing as before. Unique values by itself. All my stats are there. That's cool. So this is almost like is this like what the save is going to be? Kind of like the same format. Sub resource. Yeah, I'm probably going to keep it in, like I said, in text form to for now. I'll learn about other like JSON. It's almost the same thing. I mean, you can edit JSON anyway as well as text, but binary will be really. But then I can't read it then, right? Just for like debugging purposes, if something happens, I'll have to probably read it in Godot to be able to decipher that. We'll keep it just like it is. Basic TRES file, text resource file, TRES, text resource. Yeah. Yeah, we can always add the spice in after. We're just adding salt and pepper at the moment. Let's go on. Save this. Change that. Save that. What does the equipment scene do? So the equipment scene now, let me load that up. I guess I can close these stats, get these out of the way. Close that. Close that. Go over here. So the equipment scene for now, there's three, almost like following what we were doing for the enum types. You will start with three random items from one of each from these categories. So you'll start with a weapon, which will be randomized. So you might not start with a sword. You might start with a stick, a dagger, something. Armor, same thing. You'll start with a piece of armor. It could be a mix of anything. These are all just placeholder images. I'm going to have images. I want to rotate the image in here based upon what's rolled randomly from a table. So let's say this is the gear. So from a weapons list of weapons, you roll the sword. So I'm going to swap this out, sprite swap, whatever the hell it's called, with the pixel, starting pixel image or sprite for a sword, for this armor, for whatever. Why not create them for now? We have the resource class already. You mean create these specific ones? Like create the actual sword, create the armor. I mean, we could. So I would need like a placeholder for here so I want to actually see it. Well, that's why I said remember about the supply on the equipment side. I don't have a slot for a consumable, right? We don't have a consumable class yet, correct? Right. Won't be an inventory slot. I should probably make it an inventory slot. But my thought was in the main player scene here. Yeah, I was thinking maybe down here I might have something. I was gonna have like a bag image here, so you can click on a bag and it would show what's currently in your bag, and I was gonna have the non-armor slottable things in there. Like when you get like a piece of meat from a monster, it's not going in a slot, but it's gonna be in your inventory in a bag. So I was just gonna have the consumables in there. You'd have to open your bag, click the consumable to consume it. Or maybe I'll make these like hot bars. You'll have like a 4-slot hot bar. You can put anything you want in it, something like that. Yep. Open slots or 4-slot inventory, something. For now, let's go on, sir. Let's go on. So this could be the dull short sword. This could be the cloth chest, cloth shirt. I think we did. Let me see if we did this already. Yeah, hold on. Yeah, we already have this updated. Let me check the game manager. I think we already did that, but yeah, we have that. Yeah, this is the main scene. Here's the main scene. The script side or hold on one second over here. One moment, please. One moment, please. Okay. Do you have any UI for loading, saving? Have any UI for loading, saving? Yeah, I have the starting screen. So my plans were at any point in time, if they press, which we can probably do now, if they press the escape key, I got to kind of figure out a way that this does that. Maybe it's actually another scene that I have pop up, but I don't know. Well, this is, let me show you. Yeah, it'll be an overlay because I don't think I want them to. I don't want them to leave the current scene. I don't know if it's possible in Godot, but keep the scene and just pop up in front of it another window that's going to represent almost like. Let me show you the scene here. Oops. Where's my stuff? I gotta make sure I know menu. Yeah, it's almost like this. If there's a will, you know. So this is already set. This is the entry scene. So when you come into the main menu, I could potentially use the same thing, but here's your save, load, and quit buttons. Or should I make a new? Maybe this is just the opening screen, and then make another UI overlay. Okay, yeah, I got you. All right, dude. So let's go here. Add a new scene. We'll call it like menu controls. This is already called menu. Okay, so new scene. It's going to be a UI, right? User interface. Add a panel. Canvas layer. Okay. So does the canvas layer like cover everything that's in what I defined in the project? Okay. Okay. See how I remembered that, dude? You see how I remembered that? Whoa. You're probably like, dude, this guy's ready to test for his green belt. Oh, okay, so it's just controlling the layers over here. I remember seeing that for layers, what's on top of another type deal, right? Okay, I get that. So do I even need this? I don't need. Do I even need this control here? Okay, delete this. Canvas layer. Create a vertical box container. V box. Okay. Move this to the center. I'm assuming I want this to be centered. Add a button as a child. Just a regular button. I don't want it. I don't need it to be textured. Got the button. Control D. So this is going to be. We're not going to be loading a game here. I'm sorry. We're not going to be a new game. It's going to be load, save, and quit. So 3 buttons. Or cancel. Probably 4 buttons. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Then you want me to do the layout here. Button at the top will be BTN. Will be. Yep. Should be save. Oops. Save. Load. I don't actually need all of this then. Quit. Yeah, I do. Cancel. Got him. We got it. We got it. We got it. So we're going to fill it. Once we define the size of it. Give the V-box a minimum size on the X. Fill it all up. Change, fill in the buttons, expand. Such. Oh, I didn't put the text labels in. Let's put that in. Please hold. Please hold. Okay. I have a theme down here that I created right here. Yeah, I do have a theme. Can I just associate that to the canvas layer? Or does that get associated at the VBox layer? Or can I just drag it in? I don't think it did anything. Hmm. Hmm. I was trying to keep it consistent. Definitely want it consistent with what this looks like. Okay, got it. All right, got these buttons over here. Add a script to the root node. Okay. This is going to be like menu actions, something like that. Roger that. Roger that. Delete the two methods. Deleted. Add the nodes to the buttons. Add the signals. Signals, yeah. Signals on pressed. It's already associated on press save. Okay, connect that. Come over here. Load. And here. Layer quit. And here. Pressed. Connect. Got it. Got it. Man, once I understand this, the next game, I'm already thinking about the next game is going to be like I'll be able to build something out and I'll be able to participate in one of those, what is it, 72-hour jams or something. Mm-mm. A jam session. Unhandled input. Unhandled input keyboard. Yep. Void because it doesn't return anything. Oh, here? Not here. Okay. Yep. That's because it's not returning anything, right? Before the colon. Oh, before the colon. Damn it. I remember that you're saying that. I remember you saying it. Okay. Keyboard inputs. Is that going up to project settings or can I do it right from here? Yep. Keyboard input map. I'm showing defaults. I'm not sure if you, because I think it's already here or. UI cancel. Yep. Escape. So that's already defined. So it's UI cancel is the input we need, right? Yeah. So event dot if event or if UI equals is action press. Okay, yeah. Is action pressed. UI cancel. Look at it's already there. How beautiful is this? I don't know why it puts a double colon like that. I don't know. So if this is the case, do I send it back to the UI? I had to put an if, right? Yeah. Do I send it to the game manager to go back a scene, or I just cancel, just quit this current scene? I think I'd just quit this or close this scene. Because this could be any scene, not specifically the main scene, because we're detecting this globally now, right? If I'm on the character name screen and I hit escape, this is going to intercept that keystroke. If I remove it, is it like what's the I'm assuming if I hide it, is it still memory? Well, I'm preloading this anyway, right? So it's still going to be I probably don't have to worry about memory yet, but I'm just thinking long term, do I have to worry about memory management? Okay. So we just hide it then. We haven't named this scene yet, so it'd just be dot hide or let's name the scene before I get too far. So file, save scene as up here, scenes. This is I'm gonna call it menu action. I could explain in long text why you were done it. I'm gonna hit the bathroom real quick, but I'll be right back in a moment. I gotta get another bottle of water too. I'll be right back. Hold tight. Hold tight. I get to try my new BRB music. Let me know how it is. Wow, that's intense. All right, guys, I'm back. Hope you guys like that AFK music, you know. Alvi, thank you. I appreciate it. You heading off? All right, let me see. Devs normally use the add this type of menus to the scene tree. I don't do that. Let me explain why. Add these load menus to the game manager singleton. Why? Because then the scene is always loaded, just hidden, and available in all scenes, even if they change a scene in a completely different scene tree. Capture all inputs if needed. Don't need to handle the manual logic anywhere else. Okay. So I'd do the same thing then. I'm going to do a preload it in the manager and then send this scene. Well, this, trying to think from a flow perspective. This could technically be brought up anywhere, right? Yep. So here's the UI cancel. Is invert the visibility. Yep. So I could just do, I think I already did this. Let's see. This is called menu actions dot is, what was the, right. Right. Let me ask you a question while I'm over here. If I'm in the, let me get to the scene. If I'm in the scene, all of these lack of like properties or parameters, like this visible property, visible, that could be called from a dot, like it says, canvas item dot visible, right? And it's telling me what it is. It's a Boolean, so I could just set that to be false, and it would make it not visible. I just want to know. So is that, are all of these nodes on the left-hand side accessible that way from properties on the right? Right. Right. So it'd be dot visible false. Visible. Well, let's see. It's scrolling. So I wouldn't even put that here because it's already on itself. Is that what you're saying? Oh. Hmm. Really? Would it be the same thing if I put visible faults? When you're in a game, how you call the menu? So escape will show the menu. So if it's triggered, the event's triggered UI cancel, it's going to show the menu. Correct. But then I can also, instead of hitting cancel, kind of hit the escape key twice. Visible, not visible. Yep. They can either cancel by hitting the cancel button, or they can hit escape again. So how would I toggle? How would I know the difference? All right, when I first come in here, if I hit the escape key, it's going to turn the visibility off. So it's going to hide it. By default, it is invisible. So it's not, by default, you can't. Okay, I see visible. So I should, yeah, okay, I see. So by default, it's visible. This is making it not visible by hitting the escape again. Simple toggle, yep. How do I test this out? Can I just, how do we link it? Oh, I guess this could be anywhere, right? Like I can go to here, any scene, run it, hit escape, but I should see this menu. Yeah, I have. Now I have. Don't look. Yeah, now I have saved it. Go to the game manager, check, preload the scene, do a var. I want to call it the same thing. Menu actions equals preload. Menu actions. All right. Do I need to, because we're not changing the scene, right? It's just going to hide it. So whatever scene they're on, right? Correct. In the scene manager, we have one, or in the menu actions we just created. Okay, it's down here. You probably can't see it. I have it. Okay. All right. It's now the first. Add the scene as a child. What? Okay, I never done that yet. Add child, menu, actions, dot. Okay, so this is just, okay. So this is from the, let me see, we're in, let me save this. So we're in the game manager. On ready, it's going to make that canvas layer, which we just created, invisible. And then it's going to instantiate the menu actions to be able to detect the escape. All right, so let's go to main scene. Go here, play. Ooh, we got an error here. Invalid set index visible on base packed scene with value of type Boolean. We need to put it down at the bottom? No, we're not doing anything with the scene change. Boom, 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 boom. Wait, you need to set visible on the child? Question mark. What options do IntelliJ give you after the menu actions? Dot. Instantiate, get state. On line 13. Okay. Pack, instantiate, get state, can instantiate. Whole bunch of stuff. Connect, get. Let's see. Visible is persistent. No. Is blocking class connected, queued? No. Emit signal, instantiate, connect, persist. Each. Nope. Okay. On line 14, menu actions instance. You want me to delete what's here on this line? Where do I put this? I don't see any. I didn't put the var menu actions instance. Do we still need that? Let's see. Nope. Identifier action not declared in the current scope because I need actions. My bad. Sorry about that. Restart. Invalid set index visible on base nil with value of type Boolean. Go into the menu scene. Okay. Into the new menu scene. This one. Canvas layer to false. Okay. Unchecking it. Now run it. I want to run it. Let's save this. Let's stop that. Save scene. Go back to here. Yep. Run it. Okay. Yeah, that works. Whoa, that's fancy as hell. Of course, it's not showing over this, but I could make it a background and make it pop out better. It's just basic buttons. Cool. That is awesome. Look at that functionality. Yep. So if so do I have to turn that on to actually work with it and then remember to turn it off when I'm done? They couldn't see it. Add a colored yeah, that's what I was just thinking. So I'd add that at the canvas layer, add child, colored rectangle. I'm gonna move this up. I like to keep it in order. Full. Oh, I thought I could do full. Or fill. Reduce the alpha. That's fine for now. Can always mess with this. Too much, you think? I could change the color of the buttons too, right? I want it slightly visible. Okay. So like that. Go into the inspector. On the rectangle. Yep. Color rectangle under mouse. Yep. Control mouse. Filter all. I have stop, pass, or ignore. Okay. Default cursor shape. That's pretty cool too. Now you can't click on anything below it. Oh, okay. That's what that does. When this comes up, it stops the mouse from. I definitely want to make these things bigger. I can change the font. This probably gets into the themes as you're talking about. But just for now, keep that simple. All right, let's save this and let's reload. I want to reload this bad boy and see what it do on this scene. Oh, I forgot to change it as hidden again. Bad. I got to remember to turn that off. Save it. Come back over here. We'll run it. Oh yeah, it still needs to be a little bit solid on the colors, I think, but I do see the overlay coming up. These buttons can maybe be. I actually like how the buttons are, but they're just not visible enough. Maybe I need to put something a little bit more solid color behind here directly. You can see it, but I think it's still blending in a little bit too much. Freaking cool. Look at that menu. What? Escape keys working. Let's figure out the visible first. Oh, you're saying on the toggle itself? Try actions dot get child 0 dot visible equals false. Nope. Invalid call, non-existent function get underscore child in base nil. Actions dot get child. Instantiate. There's no other thing. It would give me an error if this was a duplicate name. I don't see it anywhere else. Control click instantiate. Can instantiate scene state node boolean a node. Yeah, node instantiate. Yeah. Triggers as node.notification scene instantiated. Cinder, welcome. Thanks for that follow. I appreciate it. Hope you're doing well. Click on the node. Yo, yo, what's up? What's up? Go to methods. Okay. Look up child. There it is. Find child, get child, int, index. It's saying it's null. Invalid call, non-existent function, get underscore child in base nil. Get underscore child right here, node. Integer, include internal, boolean. Let me go back. Let me go back to scene tree is not loaded yet. Okay. Cinder, after extensive experience with Blender, I've decided to buy Cinema 4D. Do you believe this is be a wise decision? It's only 150 per month. I think that's expensive. I don't do a lot with uh, animation and stuff like that. I love Blender, so Blender's come a long way. Go into the menu scene and edit. So we're removing this line. I can copy this out. No? Okay. Go into the menu. Okay. Line 15. Go into the menu scene. Okay, the menu scene. Okay. Go back into the game manager. Okay. Remove line 15. Got it. Now go back into your menu scene script. Okay. Add function ready at the top because it needs to be at the top, he said. That's right. That's right. Visible equals false. check, check. Let's see. Let's check this damn thing out. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. Oh, right. That was easy. Now that you figured that out, I can do the graphics myself to get it to stand out a little bit more. But now that opens up whole functionality to start working with this other stuff. No, I'm getting ready to call it too, man. It's almost 11:30 here, my time. What time are you on, by the way? Are you in the US or EU? Hopefully you're not in the AM if you're +5. Oh, brutal. Man, you should have told me. I wouldn't have kept you. I'm sorry about that. I am sorry about that for keeping you that long. Yeah, well, let's wrap it up here. I think we did a good foundation to get this in. We did quite a bit. Sunday fun day, yeah. I'll be back on tomorrow anyway, but get some sleep. We're almost to the point now where, well, at least now we have the menu functionality to start looking at that. If they don't come into the game in the beginning, to select those beginning buttons, they can at any time now interact with saving and stuff. About to implement save. If you want to do it, I mean, it's up to you. I mean, you're like what, 4 in the morning now? 5? 5 a.m. I'm at 11:30. I mean, I can probably go another half hour. Take some time. So let's save there. Yeah, we'll save. We'll save on the save. It takes some time. Okay. We will do it that way then. I appreciate you for sure. I appreciate everyone that came in as well. Multiple followers tonight, multiple raids. I probably type some code down and send it in a paste bin. I mean, I still have those other ones. I didn't get rid of the resource saver stuff. I still have this stuff open as well that I was reading through. Oops. Saving resources, enumerate, flagging. Yeah. We could do that. We could do that too. If you have Discord, we can do that. Any way that you want to do it, I appreciate your help. Yeah, that's a Discord that I use. That's my Discord that I use for my WoW stuff, my World of Warcraft stuff. But absolutely welcome to join there. I have a restricted live channel. I can pull you in, and we can do it that way tomorrow. Boo, 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 boo. This is freaking cool, man. Wow. It kind of shows you like one, the flexibility of Godot, and then two, once you start learning it, like you would have probably buzzed through a lot of this content pretty freaking easy. But okay, cool. We can start to save tomorrow. Yeah, if you want to send me, let me add you as a friend. Did you join it? Let's see, joins. Okay, I see you. I'm gonna add you as a friend too, so you can just send it to me directly. Add friend. There we go. Yeah, at least you can do code and stuff from here too. That's cool. So we can pick this up tomorrow. We can do a Discord. You want to do on voice, if you want to do typing through Discord, if you want to send me pre stuff I can read, that's fine too. I definitely appreciate you supporting my growth. and learning this tool and the language. Hopefully, I didn't. Hopefully, I don't slow you down too much or disappoint you. I think I picked things up pretty quickly. I'm pretty excited about learning this, so my aptitude's pretty high. My aptitude's pretty high to learn. I'm emptying the cup. I appreciate that. Definitely appreciate your patience. Oh man, it's fun. It is fun. All right, guys. Let me say my parting words for tonight, and then we will pick this up sometime tomorrow. Maybe prepare some images if you like. Yeah, I mean, I use, like I said, I like using Sprite. Pretty good. I don't know a lot about the tool yet. I know I haven't done anything with animation and stuff or anything like that yet. I might tinker with that, but it's a pretty cool tool. Yeah. Yeah, whatever you want. I think I did a couple base items for there. I think I did like a stick. Let me see. Where's my pixel art over here? I did all of the dice. Where is is it downloads? Yeah, like I did like a dagger, you know. Oh shit. Just like basic stuff like this. I did a dagger. I got to move that pixel. I did like a staff, kind of keeping the same simple concept. You can see that. It's pretty much basic stuff. But I was trying to go through so I can have sample images to rotate through to get that functionality working. Or at least a starting equipment. So let's say a thief always starts with a dagger, a priest and starts with a staff or a mace or something like that, So that'd be kind of cool. Yeah, whatever you want to do, that's cool. All right, I'm out of here. It's 11:30. I'm gonna chill out, relax, think about all the beautiful things that I learned tonight, the cool people that stopped in. I appreciate everyone. Captain, appreciate you for sure. Yeah, it's been a great time. So this is moving along very nicely. Very pleased with the progress on it. Still a long way to go, I think, before it wraps up. But I think we're starting to challenge. I think I learned a lot of the concepts, which I think is good. That's core to what any game would have to go through, right? We're starting to hit those big things now for saving, loading, file management. I think I'm pretty good with the UI now. I learned the containers, the organization, the filling, child nodes. It's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy. Alienated worker, welcome. I'm just wrapping up, but I appreciate that follow greatly. Let's do a raid before I lose everyone for the night. It's getting kind of late, so let's do a raid on the Twitch side. Let me see if anyone else is on. Definitely have to pass on these raids. That was crazy with Leia coming in. How much was Leia's? Was 141 viewers, and then Griff came in with 78 viewers. That's nuts. Let's see who's out there. Twitch.tv/Prophets TV. If you haven't clicked that follow button yet, you're just waking up, or maybe you're Prophets TV. If you haven't clicked that follow button yet, man, just waking up, just seeing it. Click that follow button. I'll be going live again. We're stretching out for 4 hours here. Let me see who I can send some love over to. Oh, let's go see my buddy Scott. He's actually he's Journey for the Crown. He's making a game as well. He's been working on the game for several years now. Let's go say hello to Scott. Tell him Prophets TV sent you. I'll be joining you over there. So let me start that raid. Last time my raid didn't work. I'm not sure what the hell happened, but thank you guys for hanging out. I'm going to start the raid in a moment. Don't leave anywhere. Let me go to my end screen. And we will see you over there. Let's see. Raid. Journey for the Crown. I click that. I click Start Raid. It enumerates how many people we have. Let's see. 19, 27, 27 guys. Let's click into the end. Thank you very much, guys. Captain, I'll see you soon. Peace out. Blessings to you all.
Holy shit. Profits.